It's the day 3rd. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Spearhead transmission. It's January 3rd, 2018. It's time to break those chains and water that tree. It's my brother's birthday today. I just talked to him. Forgot to wish him happy birthday earlier.
Oh, happy birthday,
Happy
Zach.
birthday, Zach. So, Merry Christmas to everyone and a Happy New Year.
Yeah.
We skipped out, last week and the week before?
Yeah.
2 weeks?
We
2
have
weeks in a
taken.
row? I was off last week and did not feel like leaving my house. I barely left my house at all. So,
Really?
yeah.
I wasn't off.
I was gonna even try to work out during my time off, but
You didn't?
no, I didn't do shit.
I wonder, if I didn't have a job, would I work out? I always think, if I had, I could make a living. If I was independently wealthy, would I do that?
School, so
You're gonna do something, but what are you gonna? You could watch TV all day? No. You could do projects all day? No. See,
you'd be the guy that showed up at the gym like 10 with messed up hair.
Yeah.
And kind of like.
I always have a hard time working out whenever I first get up.
I do too.
It's really difficult.
I got a book, a motivational book that I've been reading, and got it for Christmas for my wife. And I remember reading Arnold saying that if anyone that sticks to working out is the person that does it first thing in the morning, because there's no excuses and it gets done first thing in the morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I've tried that. I'd get up early and go to before work. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even if I wasn't doing a lift that would make you sick, I would be sick. I'd make myself nauseous, right, from not eating yet and just being groggy and stuff, and I could not get awake. Lunchtime to me is
That's when I feel best right now.
best. Yeah,
It is, because I'm getting it out of the way in the middle of the day. I don't have to worry about not seeing my family at the end of the day.
You're forced to be to be faster. You got a time limit you're on. It's not the end of the day when you're like, fuck, I just want to sit down since I've been sitting down all day. You know what I mean? Or whatever. And I don't know. I mean, maybe now that I'm older, that morning would be better. I don't know. I've thought about giving it a shot to open up my lunches for more nonsense, but it probably wouldn't be good because I'd go buy shit that I don't need. Ooh, I'm gonna go army surplus today.
Yeah.
I've got fucking 2 ninja swords and a blowgun. Do other people buy shit like that?
Sometimes, yeah, I would say yes. I would say that is if you have, that's just making everybody mad. If you have,
Well, everyone always talks to me about sports.
what is it? What's it called?
What do you mean?
Like excess income.
Oh, disposable income?
Yeah. Then move your head this way. The other way. There you go.
Oh.
No,
Well,
kidding.
people always talk to me about sports or, I don't know,
Sports.
sports.
What about sports?
I figure that's what they spend their money on. I was talking to my wife the other day,
Oh, like going to sports games?
No. I don't
Like
know.
buying baseball
I got
jerseys?
nothing. I always, bash it or whatever, but I don't have anything against anyone that watches sports or whatever. I don't do it, right?
Uh-huh.
And, different things interest me. So, I have no problem buying a ninja sword or whatever. For some reason, I think other people spend their money on sports-related stuff.
Fucking bought a new tennis racket today. But you don't play tennis. Well,
Big
sports
deal.
related.
Yeah, big deal. I got a samurai suit. Suit of armor. What are you going to use that for? I'm not. If I put it on, you ever see that video of that guy that puts that white guy that puts that samurai armor on and he videos himself in the woods doing this kata with a sword?
It's an old video.
And he's fat, chubby.
Yeah.
It's not, it doesn't look right.
Right.
Just doesn't
No.
fit. So
Yeah, I've seen this video.
It's kind of funny. Everyone's making fun of him. He was joking around it too, but doesn't look right. But I'm gonna buy a suit of armor before.
Like a samurai suit?
Yeah.
Or like a knight?
No, fucking knight. I want a samurai. I want a full set of If anyone out there
Wants to make you one?
wants to
Craft.
What's the line from Christmas Vacation? Anyone looking for any last minute gift ideas? I've got one. I like a emperor's suit of armor. Actual emperor of Japan.
What do they make those out of? Jade?
No,
heavy as hell walking around with...
steel and leather and...
they're really made out of steel?
Yeah. Yarn.
Lots of yarn.
I want the face part on it, you know?
Yeah, that's the coolest part, and the cool helmet.
Fucking running gun and that? Dying.
Which reminds me.
Looks cool, right? And by the way, the running gun's what, in 2 weeks?
Yeah, I'm not running.
Oh, I'm not prepared at all.
Well, can't run.
Okay, so
I'm going though, and I'll work there.
I have this. I don't know if it's making myself feel better. I have this feeling that I'm not going to be able to go at all.
Oh, the baby.
Yeah, I think.
Can I say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
What about the baby? I think I feel like she's gonna either go into labor that day, or it'll be right before it, and I won't be able to go. So basically, she'll just ruin it. That'll be the first thing I tell my child. Like I
ruined it. I was supposed to take first place. Yeah, that'd be an excuse. Here I am, watching you be born.
Yeah. What do you want? I don't know what you want.
We didn't do a big lead up to this one. It's because I think we don't ever really do the big lead up to the winter one.
It's because
we're on break.
Yeah.
In that time period.
Well, this year got here fast, right?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm sure everyone's tired of me saying how fast time's going, but fucking time's going fast. Right?
Yes.
Look, my Christmas shit was down. Like, when the wrapping paper was getting moved out of the garage from the.
Oh really? I'm taking everything down this weekend because we had that party.
My shit was down the next day. Everything on, off, in the attic. But I was sitting there. I was like, well, I might as well go out and open up the pool. You know?
Yeah, it's right. We're there. It's summertime.
But
yeah, no, I'm taking it.
It really, to me, is this like, I just had Christmas. And I just got this fucking tree out. And now I'm putting it up, you know? Like, I'm going to be saying it here in a few months when we're having Christmas again next year. With
your new baby.
Yeah. Three kids. It would be insanity, but... I don't know, man. My brother told me something a while back that there was like this hypothesis that time was actually speeding up.
We talked about this on there, and it is.
Yeah, but by like 2 seconds every 10 years, I don't think I can notice that. I don't think I'm that calibrated.
Yeah. I don't know.
Whoa. This day, hold on. Yeah, this day feels a tad bit longer. Okay. Well, let's spread out. We got 2 seconds added in the past 10 years. I just felt that happen. But speaking of Christmas next year, I'm changing something about myself, and this doesn't have anything to do with you or any of my friends.
All right.
But I'm done not buying shit for people. And it doesn't mean that I want something in return. You know what I mean? Because all everyone says, like my parents, like my wife's parents.
So you're just gonna buy shit?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy it.
Fuck yes.
It's not gonna be big, right? Like hey, so and so likes
I got you
Dr. Pepper. I got you a 12-pack of Dr. Pepper, man. A Kit Kat, you know. But all I hear is like, well, I don't need anything. I don't need anything. Like I don't need anything either. Like I haven't needed anything my entire life, really. You know, I've like, wanted stuff. I haven't ever like needed anything. But I feel like Christmas, at least for me, like I remember growing up and seeing my parents get gifts for my aunt and uncle, and them buying stuff for their parents, and everyone buying each other shit. And the thing was, and my mom's like, you know, Christmas is.
But why do we do that now? Why is it that we? Because
it's because it's a hassle. It's fucking hard to buy shit for people.
Yeah, so but I don't think that's the case.
You don't want to buy anything for anyone because you don't want to have to go through the.
That's not why I didn't do it. I just didn't do it because everybody tells you, don't get me anything because I'm not going to get you anything. Don't get me anything, and then you're like, well, fuck. Am I not supposed to get you something? I
want to preface it by saying I'm not going to just buy something. You know, like, hey, they got a coffee mug that says #1 podcast friend. I got that. For you, you know? Actually, I probably wouldn't buy that, but you know what I mean? Like that shit they have at Dillard's in the center aisle. It's like,
yeah, that's garbage.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck buys that? That's one of the things I don't get until my wife bought some of that shit. And then I was like, you're the one?
It's like, well, I feel like that's the like, too much consumer, whatever. Too much people just buying shit to buy shit. That I don't want to buy shit to buy shit. I want to buy something for someone that, like, hey, you like fucking, what do you like? Non-pituitary gland calcifying water.
That's right.
Hey, I bought you some water, you know? Or,
Thank you.
You know what I mean? I just don't want to get to the point to where I'm like, look, all we're gonna do at Christmas is buy the kids stuff because they're the ones that enjoy it. We don't enjoy it, you know. When in reality, you do. Like, yeah, I do enjoy Christmas because I like seeing my kids have a good time.
Yeah.
But I also
it's totally different
giving
though.
Shit to people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do too. That's the thing. Like, I don't understand.
But
I never understand how you get locked into that weird dynamic. Like, don't buy me anything. Okay, well.
Well, and I don't want anyone.
Because I didn't buy my wife anything.
I don't want anybody.
And she didn't buy me anything.
Well, it shouldn't be forced, right?
But it is.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be. That's what I'm going to try to change it myself. Is it's not going to be forced.
It's your New Year's resolution.
No. Yeah. New year, new me. I just bought myself something.
Perfect. Done. Fixed.
Bought myself a scale RC car that I'll probably use for 20 minutes and not use again.
Yeah, but
like it looks cool.
Your kids will want to play with it.
Yeah, they'll destroy it. No, but I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say. I guess I want to buy people stuff that I think that they'll like, but I'm not going to make myself think that I'm forced to do it, and then in return, I don't want them to think because I bought them something, they have to buy me something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if there's a
You're
way...
fucking making me gonna buy you something. No.
Mm-hmm. I'll get you a list. Like
Might as well.
Yeah, it shouldn't require a list, right?
Here's my list.
All
right, Cousin Eddie.
Because the thing that like I love, if you go to like a restaurant, like we gave some girl last week at Red Robin, who's a great waitress, right? Gave her like a ridiculous tip for
that's cool
like,
to do.
It feels good, right?
Yes.
Like, and that's the feeling I want to get, and that's the feeling I want my kids to see me doing to other people, not just like, well, you know, we've got everything we need, so we don't get each other presents, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
And even if it's like, hey man, I fucking drew you a picture of my balls, you know?
Thanks.
Makes me feel
Is it framed?
Makes me feel good to give this to you.
Yeah.
But I do want to try that. So it's gonna be like I said in the notes, it's gonna be holly jolly Yuletide fucking time next year.
Good.
You may get a cat wrap. My cat.
I don't want your cat wrapped.
I mean, really? Why does everyone says the same thing? Like, I don't need anything. Don't get me anything.
I don't know when it started, but it started. Yeah, it didn't start right away in my adult life, but it did start.
The last few years, right?
Fuck. It's probably Illuminati. Trying to shut us down from that giving spirit.
When I was a kid, I used to take stuff from around my house and wrap it because I couldn't afford to buy anything. Or I'd try to make shit.
Wrap your mom's pillow. Got your pillow.
I'd give it to my brother and he'd get all pissed off. He was like, this is mine already. You know, like, open it. Look, it's stuff from your room. Don't you want that back? But you know what I mean? And then now you're in a position where you could buy someone something nice.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, they may not fucking need it. You know, like, hey, Dad, I bought you a new fucking $200 saw. I don't need that. Fuck it.
I was going to buy you guys one of those wiretap devices for your house.
Wiretap device?
The Amazon Echo.
Oh, fuck. I don't want that. I don't need anything. I was talking to that thing in my car on the way home.
You were saying Alexa.
Yeah. So how'd they give that? They give it a name like that so you couldn't accidentally set it off?
Yeah, you can change the name if you want. You can change it to like
Mumbo Jumbo.
Yeah. Big Rod. Big Rod. Play this. Whatever you want to change it
set
to.
Off all the time in my house.
You know
that scares me. When did you get that? And what made you get that?
Oh, because when I was reading this big long article, and it was like,
it takes too much time to sign an
No, they were saying basically that phone, all that shit is listening to you right now. You got a smart TV. It says there's no point in it, and it says this is just convenience now. You're already locked in, and I was like, yeah, fuck. And no, because we don't have a stereo in our house, and we have Amazon Prime, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, fuck. I don't like to pay for music. I already pay for Amazon Prime, and we play music off our TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like shit because I don't have a surround sound system. And I was reading that it had good speakers, and I was like, fuck it, well, whatever.
I did, if that's what the music was on.
Yeah, just that little thing. That's all it was. That's crazy.
So we got the Bluetooth speaker that listen to Pandora and then YouTube at our house. And occasionally on TV through this stereo system on a TV. It usually ends up watching cat videos. My kid's like, I want to pick a video. Like, fuck. Here we go with the cats. But yeah, I had good sound, and it burping all of a sudden. It was crazy to me how fast it would
respond.
Yeah, like Alexa, find Dirty Rotten Imbeciles Thrash Hard. Playing Dirty Rotten Imbeciles Thrash Hard. Like, man, it
It even played Behemoth.
Yeah. Well, it's satanic, so it.
Yeah, it knows.
Alexis it's like, oh, it's the Lord's music.
Yeah.
I got that on. It's on a fucking bookmark.
Back to those gifts that you buy at you go to Target and it's right there in the middle of the
a robot that throws your trash away for you.
Or it'll be like a whole lot of the little things like a coffee cup and popcorn and all this shit. I'll be like,
ping pong shooter.
Yeah, who buys this? And so for our neighbors, we got them
from garbage.
Yeah, we got them a whole bunch of that shit. And I was like, I'll buy him some like hedge trimmers or something because he's always fucking working his ass off out there. And she's like, no, we'll buy him this. And I was like, all right, man, that's just gonna go in the garbage though. In my head.
They're probably fun to play with for a little bit, like those helicopters you can launch off your desk. And
we didn't even get him that cool shit. No, that would have been cool. We got him the popcorn and the stuff that you see only at
stuff they bring you at work from other companies.
Yeah, like
who brought this fucking stale ass popcorn?
Yeah, yes.
Let me eat some of it.
Yeah, that. I don't know, but
so Nick's asking us if we're ready for Pawnee, and I'm gonna go shoot Saturday or Sunday morning if you want to go.
I'm not shooting. I'm not gonna run this year.
Go shoot though.
I don't want to waste the money.
I got plenty of. I got all those bullets. You can practice malfunction. Drills those reloads. But there's a stage on there you got to reload with one hand. Pistol one shoot. So I was the other day, I was like, how the fuck am I going to do that? And I was sitting on my bed, just taking my gun out of my pants, actually. And I was like, oh, fuck, I'm just going to set it on the ground.
Oh, you have to reload the pistol with one hand?
Yeah. I don't know if the slide's got to be, pulled back, then.
I'll just put it back in my holster. Or are you going to have to take it? You have to take it out and.
I don't know exactly. I just know that if anyone's doing the running gun, they need to be thinking about that there.
Huh. Interesting.
So one other thing I want to talk about. So it's been a good year for the Oregon Trail family at my house. I shot a pig and a deer, and I chopped both of them up myself.
Mm-hmm.
I got to tell you that's satisfying to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking hard work, man.
Mm-hmm.
But it feels good to know, like, all right, if I ever, shoot an animal or whatever, I can cut it up, bag it, and put it away in my freezer. But I also think at the same time when I'm doing this, like, all right, I'm good, right? Like, if the world went to shit, I could, do this all day long. But I'm not going to have a fucking freezer.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't tried it, you know, in my head, just like anybody else that talks about stuff like this. Like, oh, I got it figured out, but you don't practice it, so when it really comes down to doing it, you're like, oh, I fucked this entire thing up because I forgot this one simple step or whatever, you know. But yeah, dry it or smoke it or, you know, whatever. But
I'm fucking terrible at doing it. At butcher, I fucked it. Every deer that I've ever done, and it's been the last one I did was actually one I didn't shoot. It was one that somebody hit. So it was really hard. But I don't know what I was doing. I fucked it all up.
Dries your hands out.
All that blood. It's just all that. I guess it's the salt in the blood. What just pulls it all out of your skin.
I left mine hanging overnight too because I heard it's better for it. And then I read it somewhere online that like, oh, you shouldn't leave it hanging. Like, okay, it's just like everything else. These fucking
eggs are good for you. They're bad for you.
There's this, you know, know-it-alls on there like, oh, don't leave it hanging overnight. It's gonna taste horrible. And then like, if you leave it hanging overnight, it'll be tender. And then, you know, other people like, oh, it's going to have bacteria all over it if you leave it overnight. And it just kills me because I think a lot of people, and this is Pat Al's butt here, but what did he say the other day? He's like, a lot of people blame poor decisions they make on things that aren't true, or I can't remember, something like that. Because, you know, I used to try to like gut a deer. I'd cut a tiny hole and then try to get underneath it because I was like, I don't want to get any of this hair anywhere. You know, worrying about getting dirt on stuff. And, you know, he's like, yeah, I cut it and try to keep as much hair off as I can, as much dirt, but it's not like I'm just going to throw it and eat it from here. I'm going to wash it and clean it, you know, and everything else. Yeah. And that's what I did. And, you know, I skinned them and gutted, or skinned them and all that. And I pulled as much hair off as I can. Then I'll wash it off in the sink, you know, and then cut it into pieces and then wash it again and then check it. And then before I cook it, I'm going to see, you know, like, is there hair on it or anything, you know. But I think a lot of people, you know, fucking skip steps and get hair mixed in with their food, or, you know, gross shit, and then not wash it and then blame it on the fact, well, it was sitting out there too long. It went bad, or he's full of the rut, you know, he's stinky. It was a stinky deer. Like, you gut shot it and left, you know, fucking
shit all over it.
Thing, you know, like, and everything to do with it staying out of it. It's because it got poop all over it. You wash it off. Anyway.
Yeah, I think it's common sense.
You would think, but.
You know, well, when you get a steak out, don't you wash it off?
I mean, I look at it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even if it's from
I cut some of the fat off, and then
dude. I cut all, like, even with every chicken breast that I eat, it's all. I cut all the fat off. I can't handle. I'm a freak about it, but I gotta.
Chicken fat tastes disgusting.
Yeah, I can't have it on there. I gotta cut all. I'm a weirdo about it, but I gotta cut even the little red marks out of it.
Oh yeah.
I don't do that. I'm a weirdo about it though.
Cut the tendon parts off, the fat, and that's it. But
and then I butterfly. I cut them in half.
I think I'm turning my kids into vegetarians though
by showing them all this.
So trying to show, like, look, I shot this deer in the neck with a rifle. I said, look at this, and I pull its head up, and it's a fucking huge hole, a 308. And I said, this is why you don't, you know, if you ever find a gun, you don't touch it. You tell your mom or I about it. You know, nothing to be scared of. Just don't mess with it. You see someone else mess with it, get away and tell someone, because this is what I can do. And all day, like, I want to see that blood again. So go back out and look at the blood, you know, like, I want to see that blood. And then packaging that stuff up, you know, my kids are like eating something. They're like, is this that pig? Like, no, not yet. Actually, they did eat some when I fried it up, but it's always like, they'll take a few bites of something, like, is this that deer? Like, no. Okay. But I got a Christmas ham out of the fridge.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, you want ham with breakfast? She's like, no, it's got blood, you know. So I think and I'm trying to show them, like, look, this animal died, so you don't, you know, all this food that you eat, like eggs, fucking, you know, pork, beef, chicken, everything, something died so that you can eat.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to not waste anything and eat it all because it, it gave its life up basically so that you could eat it and keep living. So I'm trying to teach them that, but I think it's like fucking like, you want some deer? No. That looks disgusting.
They'll get past that.
Well, they've eaten chili and shit with it already in it, but anyway.
You know what though? Like most kids probably don't eat. My daughter will eat it, but I don't think, and I bet that she will eventually be like, ew,
Yeah.
But she's young enough. Yeah, she's young enough now.
That's gross.
But then.
Well, I've met, I guess the older they get, like adult people, like that's disgusting. Like why? Well, wild pigs are dirty. Like
a fucking cow
pigs.
is. Yeah.
Dirty. I said, are you going to go to a farm?
To be honest, you'd rather eat a wild pig.
Well, yeah. Think about that. You ever drive past like a cattle farm or something? They all have
They're
shit.
eating each other.
Yeah, they got shit on their asses and they're jammed in these places and they got sores all over them. Pigs are the same way. You ever see those PETA videos where they're popping
Same with chickens.
those lesions on those things?
Mm-hmm. Ooh, I don't like.
You know what I mean? It's disgusting.
Yes.
And like there are these pigs going through these just rooms full of blood on the floor and everything, right? Which I don't have anything against it. Like I'm not against eating animals, but you would rather eat something from that.
I would rather eat something wild.
Running around the woods eating natural shit.
Fuck yeah.
Maybe some weird.
Well,
stuff.
some weird shit, but I mean, it can't be any weirder than.
Hey,
it could be just as weird as what they're eating. Yeah, what they're eating there.
What do we do with this leftover ground bone? We'll feed it back to them. Makes them fatter. Makes them crazy.
Yeah.
Like, drive past a cattle farm or a pig farm. Tell me, would you rather deal with cleaning one of those by itself, or two or three or whatever, or fucking hundreds?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people are funny though. I mean,
they are, and they don't think about it. And I think some of the thing that turns people off, like for a deer, is the gamey taste, right? Like
the deer doesn't taste gamey.
No, it doesn't. The closest thing it comes close to, the closest thing to me that it comes close to is goat, right?
Like goat.
But I like goat. But that it's got that grassy smell to it. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
I don't like really gamey stuff. But I don't think deer taste gamey.
I don't have a problem.
I mean, I've had stuff like pieces before. They're like, this doesn't taste right or whatever. But that I just cooked downstairs, that tastes great. All I did put garlic pepper and the salt on it, and it's. Well, I ate those tenderloins off that hog. I can't remember if we talked about this on that one podcast or not, but I just fried them. I put too much garlic powder on them, but fried them and then made some what the fuck gravy. Tried to make white gravy with olive oil, and I mean it doesn't even taste like pork to me. It tastes like almost like deer meat, but it's good. I just would rather. And the other thing too is like, well, it's cruel. Like, would you rather eat something that's been, like,
how's that
pinned
cruel?
up its whole life, or
you're harvesting something
that was running around beautiful, bountiful, and then you just like, man, that's a beautiful animal.
But I mean, there is something to it, right? That's kind of how we got to, I don't know. All right, what's on the agenda?
So we got some few things to talk about. We can make fun of our president, and then some ridiculous shit that's in the news that I thought was actually fake. Turns out it's real. And some examples of how pathetic the world's becoming.
Okay, perfect. That's the name of our podcast, right?
Yeah. So we go to the hot zone.
Oh.
We should play a commercial. We never play commercials anymore.
All right.
I gotta eat this bar.
Cool. Margaritas namaste. Margaritas and namaste. Yay, caught y'all live. I don't know if they can even hear us on there. Oh, they can hear us. Fantastic. Dude, it's blazing hot in here.
So people hear me chewing?
Yeah. Trying to be high energy, huh?
Is that recording?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm not.
Huh? No.
Oh, I meant total though.
Huh? Yes.
Okay.
All right.
All right, hot zone.
We're back.
Yeah, we're back. But I forgot.
What did you forget about?
You've got one, and I want to talk about mine. But so you got to talk about your gym douchebag.
Oh, my slow walking. Wait, which one?
Dude, that one. These things like stick to the edge of your teeth.
Does that remind you of a fruit roll up?
Yeah.
Right, but it's like a fruit roll up that's a big bar. Oh, the whole slow walking gum smackers.
So I figured the gyms would be more full than they have been. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's a definite uptick in membership at the one I'm at, but it's not.
Ours this one is same. I mean, you got the typical college kids, right? That are out on college break.
Yeah. That
are working out at the same time, but nothing real substantial. Why? What was I telling you about? Was it the story?
T-shirts.
Huh?
The T-shirts. Gotta wear your T-shirts so you can thank you for your service or whatever.
Oh, I thought you were talking about. Oh yeah, that guy's there all the time though. It's two firemen.
Oh.
Just talking to the other one, and the dude's always giving me dirty looks too the whole fucking time. I don't understand his deal, but anyways, I'm standing there, and he tells his buddy, he's like, "Where's your T-shirt, man?" And he's like, "I left it at the firehouse or whatever." He said, "The station or whatever." And he's like, "Man, how are people gonna tell you? How are people gonna thank you for your service if they don't see that shirt on you?"
Was he being serious though?
Yeah. Yeah.
I would.
Yeah,
he
was. Like, that guy was serious.
I would say there's no way that someone could say that.
I said, "Are you guys cops?"
But like what I experienced the other day.
Bless you. Stan, bless you.
There's so there's this guy. I walk in and he's talking to this other dude. And they're talking about the OU game and how, I thought you guys had it. Talking like in ownership terms of.
Oh.
Like I thought they were talking maybe about.
Man, we did a good job out there.
Yeah, I thought we had
the
it.
Fucking team.
We basically, got out coached, or they let them have it, or what? I couldn't. So I was sitting there, go to the treadmill, ran 2 miles, come back, still talking. He's like, "Well, I better get over and start lifting."
Mm-hmm.
So I go to the bench, and he's over at that multiple machine.
I thought there were only Mexicans that worked out at yours.
There's a lot, but this guy was white.
It's a white guy.
He's got to be one of the top douchebags I've ever met. If he listens to the podcast, like, man, I'm sorry. This could be good for you to hear this, though.
Yeah. It's a self.
I can hear him talking to this other dude, and he's talking about how he's dating all these girls, but really none of them are panning out, and it's their loss because he's such a good guy, and they just think they're too good for him, and they're going to realize later in life that they missed out, and they're never going to meet anybody.
Wait a minute.
And then, hold on.
All right.
And then he went on to say that a lot of girls that he does meet, they tell him how much better he looks in real life than he does on his online dating profiles because he's a lot taller, and he's like, I don't take a lot of selfies.
Mm-hmm.
And
is his name Frederick?
I don't know.
No, this reminds me.
But he's talking to this other guy, and he keeps looking at me, like trying to drag me into this conversation. And I was just sitting there, like, "Oh my god, like this can't be real, right?
Mm-hmm.
No one's. Mm-hmm. How can you work into a conversation like I've had girls tell me I look a lot better in real life than I do on my online dating profile, and not be fucking joking around, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then he started talking shit about, I guess, some girl that he's dating's new boyfriend. And like, oh yeah, he thinks he's big because he puts, you know, selfies up with got gains and this and that. And then he says, oh God, there was so much stuff. He was talking about girls are going to end up single later in life, and he's like, the only way to keep a girl around is to get her pregnant. So if you want to keep someone around, you should get them pregnant.
Damn. So he's not real. Like, this is not real.
Well, I couldn't tell if the guy I was talking to was like eating it up or if he was like, okay, man. But then he says, oh man, I got a ticket like this morning. I got pulled over. He's like, the cop pulls up behind me, and I thought he wanted to get around me, so I sped up, and he pulls me over. So I told him, like, the only reason I sped up is because you were behind me. And the thing I'm thinking, I was like, I've listened to this guy for 20 minutes talk about his life struggles, and not one fucking thing is he taken, like, that was me. Yeah. You know what I mean? He blamed everything on everyone else. Like, everything. Nothing is his fault. It's all, you know, something happened to him. It is fucking pathetic. And it's just like, dude, you have got at some point in your life to be like, you know what?
A lot of denial going on.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe I'm not that great of a person, or maybe I do have shortcomings or whatever. And that's why, you know, I got to quit talking about how great I look online to women when I meet them, because it's running them off.
It's the never me syndrome,
pulled
right?
over because I was speeding. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
that's a hard thing. Sometimes the people walk themselves into that, though. Like,
so if you're listening, buddy, you seem like a nice guy. You just need to take some ownership of some of your fucking problems. Maybe, you know.
Well, and in that case, like, think about this for a minute. Generally, people that are like that, and this is just from whatever, but people that are like that generally are what do you call it? What's that called? They're like needy, right? Like, or like they get clingy, right? Yeah, such a weird word, but they become obsessive, like obsessive.
How does everybody know what that is, though? Glom on. Like, everyone uses that term. Like,
and clingy, right? Like, I don't know what glom is, but
I don't either.
Glom. But that's what they do, right? Isn't that? I mean, aren't they generally those type of people? They get, it's never them.
Oh, I mean,
but whenever it gets down into their personal relationship, generally they're the type that are like, fuck, and it's probably because they
don't want to believe it. Like,
right.
That dude wants to believe that he's God's gift to women. He wants.
But then when he's in that case, he's probably, if you were to sit there and be a fly on the wall in the thing, he's probably very insecure, right?
Oh yeah.
He's probably very very insecure in it, and then he can't let go and just becomes.
Well, and the other thing, and I didn't talk to him. I wanted to tell him, like, dude, you gotta tone it down, man. Like, I've never been so like annoyed by someone by just listening to them talk in quite some time. You're taking a cake, but like, I guarantee you, if you tried to tell him, he'd become defensive and then
hurt,
not believe it. Well, it wouldn't be hurt to you. He'd try to bow up or whatever.
Oh yeah,
fuck, you know, but he's not gonna believe it. Like, it's gonna take an action. This dude to step back and be like, God dang. The last 6 girls I've dated say, you know, like, but I'm all about me and not them.
Those people don't ever make it, like, in that.
No. I mean,
like,
it usually takes, like, some life-altering situation for them to realize, like, hey, damn, you know what? I am all stuck on myself, or, you know, whatever.
Think about it in a race, right? Like, going in a race, like, they think they're they're doing their best, and they'll constantly make an excuse about why they didn't beat the other person.
I would have won that, but, you know, they started me out in the outside lane where I'm used to running on the inside. So, I mean, that's
or my shoe fell off. I would have won that race, but my fucking shoe fell off.
It was too high.
Yeah,
slow me down.
And it's fucking shoe's fault, or, you know, it. Or it'd be variations of that, right?
What's funny is I saw him today, and I haven't seen him. The first time I've seen him. I don't know if he's a New Year guy or what. I mean, saw him today, and he says he has a shirt on that says "Size Matters." I'm like, you fucking just making fun of people for this shit, man. Like,
well, maybe he's turned over a new leaf.
I guarantee
he's going the other direction.
If he sticks around, he's gonna try to start a conversation with me, because he keeps trying to, you know, like.
Is he working his way into it? Like,
yeah. I don't know. Yeah, that is acting on fantasy of how others. That's what he thinks other people see him that way that he believes. When in reality, people are seeing him like I see him. Like, God, dude.
Do you ever wonder about yourself? Like, you ever think like, man, how do people perceive me? Because I do, and I'm always like, man, I hope. Like that, for instance, that New Year's Eve party, I was like, man, I hope I didn't fucking make a complete jackass out of myself. I was trying to be a good host, and I was trying to be like the opposite of what I normally am, right? Like, so normally I'm trying to make sure everybody's all, hey, oh, I got to talk to these people, got to talk to these people. And I was trying to relax and be like, look, man, these fucking people can handle it themselves. They're adults, and if they can't,
get the fuck out.
Yeah. I shouldn't have to handhold you. Yeah. And so I was trying that, but then I was like, damn it, maybe I...
No, you're fine to me. I was just so full of food that I couldn't drink.
I was drunk. But anyways.
I do think that about myself because I've had numerous people, not lately, but in the past, when I was younger, tell me like, man, I thought you were a total asshole when I first met you, but you turned out not to be.
I thought you were a dick, but I didn't. Not when I first met you, but from a distance. I was like, look at that guy eating eggs and fucking walking his dog. I didn't think you're a dick. I'd be like, man, that guy's probably pretty cool, but I was like, he looks tough, so I'm not gonna go over and talk to him.
I mean, some of my friends have said that. Like, people in the military said like, Ritter, like you met him. He said I walked in the like to our command or whatever, and he's like, "Look at this fucking guy," you know. Like, who does he think he is, or whatever. So I don't know. I do wonder from time to time if people.
Yeah, but
think of it.
Yeah, but after you open your mouth and you start talking, then people realize, oh no, he's not a dick.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, you know what? People tell me a lot. I look a lot better in real life than I do online. Like, oh shit, man, that's a conversation. Hey, you know how cool I am? Real cool.
I'm way cooler in real life than I am on this podcast.
Anyway, all right. So, someone texted this to us. Cody texted this. I feel like we can't say his name for some reason.
I think we can.
Cody texted this out. I thought this was fake. So this is from the Huffington Post. It says, Internet trolls Oregonians. Is that how you say that?
Yeah.
After self-serve gas law
I was an Oregonian.
So really. I did not know. So how did that work? So apparently now in Oregon you have to fill your own car up with gas, whereas before you couldn't.
When I lived there, it was illegal unless
House Bill 2482, signed into law last year, allows motorists to pump their own gas in nearly half of the Oregon's 36 counties.
Okay, so it was illegal to pump your own gas unless, I'm trying to think of the type of station that it was. A certain station would have oh my gosh, if it were after a certain time period at night, right? Mm-hmm. But I don't even think it was that. It was really difficult. But so gas was always like 10 to 15 cents higher than what it would be like even in Northern California. Mm-hmm. So as soon as you left Oregon, you'd be like, damn, gas is cheap. You know, you're driving into California, gas is cheap, but you're getting out to pump your own gas. And the whole idea behind it was it's typical street lights, but not street lights mentality. It's typical government trying to spur jobs to try to get people to, basically it's forcing people to hire somebody to pump gas for the people
that... What's a job like that pay?
$7 an hour. But it's $7 an hour that the guy who fucking owns the gas station probably can't afford.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like how? So he's having to charge 15% or 15 cents on top of the on top of the price of gas in order to somewhat make up the difference because he's not making shit off gas.
It seems to me that there's some money to be made here now. Because you could open up a gas station that says, look, dude, your pansy ass doesn't have to get out of the car and pump your own gas. I'll pump it for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's $1 extra a gallon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because people be like, oh, because these comments here, these are from some Facebook posts that went from a story that was.
These can't be like real.
Yeah, I think some of them are stretched, but I guess a CBS affiliate posted on Facebook and had the Facebook followers weigh in, and it says, like this one's a sample. It says, I don't even know how to pump gas, and I'm 62, native Oregonian. I say no thanks. I don't want to smell like gasoline.
Mm-hmm.
And this other one, I've lived in this state all my life, and I refuse to pump my own gas. This is a service only qualified people should perform, and I will literally park at the pump and wait until someone pumps my gas. The next one says, I go to work at 5 in the morning. Not a lot of people at the gas pumps at that time in the morning, and yes, I will not feel safe pumping my own gas, not to mention it's freezing and rainy. So thank you all who voted to change it. You have now taken away a nice luxury that most of us enjoyed. Next one. Many people are not capable of knowing how to pump gas and the hazards of not doing it correctly. Besides, I don't want to go to work smelling of gas when I get it on my hands or clothes. I agree. Very bad idea. The last one here on the sample says, yuck, pumping my own fuel in freezing temperatures and handling a nasty old fuel nozzle that 50 other people have touched that day, and who knows what cooties are on there. No, thank you. Mm-hmm. It's nice to not have to pump your own fuel.
So think about it. If you go to let's just think about this real quick. So whenever you go to say you go to Big Cabin, right? Mm-hmm. How many you go to the gas station, right? How many fucking people are working there? You go in. Station? Yeah, you go to gas station. Like say at night, say at 7. Yeah, it's 2 maybe, right? But even maybe one, right? Mm-hmm. If it's so one person, right? Now you've got to have 2 to 3 people, right?
Yeah.
But are you getting that much gas?
No, I was just saying people are just standing out there.
Yeah, so now what's happening? So now the guy that's behind the counter's got to fucking run out there, pump your gas, run back in, take your money, and he's got to man both. Like, it's bullshit, man. And I never understood it. Like, how the fuck do you expect people to do this?
Here's a good one. It says, someone posted on there, it says, apparently most people in Oregon assume that in order to pump gas, you must first remove all people from the vehicle and stand in the open while thugs attack from all angles, all while being sprayed with gas.
Dude, that's the thing, man. We should open up classes. That's how we do it.
It's pathetic, though, right?
Right. Open classes how to pump gas.
To me, this kind of goes back to what I was just saying about chopping up your own meat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you get these luxuries given to you,
mm-hmm.
and then if for some reason it ever gets taken away,
but it's not given to you. You're fucking paying for it.
Well, I mean,
so forced on you.
Yeah.
Actually.
So you get this luxury or whatever.
Okay.
And then when it comes time that it goes away for whatever reason, I mean, people should just be like, oh, what the fuck ever. I got to get out and like to say that you don't know how is fucking embarrassing and pathetic.
Right. Say that how the fuck you even driving that thing then? Like, you don't know how to operate it? Like, you get in and just fucking start it up.
I always, I'm nostalgic or whatever. Like, people these days, it's a throwaway society that no one knows how to take care of anything. It's just like, I'll drive this car and a fucking engine blew up. What happened? It ran out of oil. Why didn't you put oil in it? Like, there wasn't someone there to do it for me.
Yeah.
Like, give me a break, man. Take some personal responsibility here. Like, this is my car. I know how to, I know the workings of it.
I mean, it's okay if you don't give a fuck about your car. You're just like, I'll get a new one, but
everyone would have to be a mechanic, but I just can't wrap my head around that level of helplessness.
Mm-hmm. One of our listeners just asked, what if they go on vacation or they go out of state? I guess they just run out of gas. They just sit at the.
Yeah, think of that. Like,
we're on vacation.
Dad, where are we going? Going to Utah, son. Get in the car. All
it's
right,
gonna be
Dad.
a hell of an adventure.
Yeah.
We might not make it.
Oh, time to pull over. A little low on gas. Let's just roll in here and get someone to pump our gas for us. All right, Dad. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Pump my own gas. Oh shit! I mean, that's like that story of those people that got lost in Big Bend. They were like a mile from their car.
Oh yeah.
Stabbing the other one in the chest because he didn't want to die of dehydration. Like, well, son, stuck on this gun. I'm gonna kill you and then shoot myself because we gotta pump our own fucking gasoline. Oh. I mean, it really is pathetic. I mean, if those are true postings from people, like they need to take a step back and say, you know what? Maybe I can do this. You know what? I can pump my own gas.
Dude.
I mean, have they not had to do that with anything else? I mean, what about their lawnmower? You know? Like, you drive your lawnmower to the gas station? Do they cut
Fill
grass?
this bitch up for me.
Cut grass in Oregon?
Yeah.
Weed eaters? Like, give me a break.
Yeah.
It's all about fucking personal responsibility, right?
There
personal
were
accountability. Like, I feel like generation now, it's like that's lacking. Everything's someone else's fault, someone else's problem. Like, I'm not doing good because my shoe fell off, or I'm not doing good because I'm not the right color for this country, or I'm not doing good because you make more money than I am.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's never like, well, I'm not doing that good. You make more money than me, but I don't do shit at work, or I don't take any responsibility, or I don't fucking work late, or I don't.
No, you're right. Sometimes it could be I don't know enough.
Give a damn.
Well, I mean, like I'm not doing good enough because, and you have to admit it to yourself, like, fuck, I don't really know enough.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not doing good here. I need to know more. How do I do it? Oh, I got to spend more time and teach myself.
Yeah, that's a good point, because a lot of people try to get to positions where, like, oh, I should be making triple digits. Like, but you want to get into this industry, but you have no idea what you're doing, right? Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, you can get in it and you could make that much money, but you've got to start out at a lower level, right? And then as you gain experience, you can move up.
Yeah.
But people, a lot of people, not everyone. It's like that line from Lampoon's Vacation. Like, Eddie's been out of work for 6 years. Like, why? He's holding out.
He's holding out for management.
Yeah, like, okay. Like, I want to run this airline company. What airline experience do you have? None. I've built buildings. I manage buildings, so I can fucking do this. No, well, it's different. I got it. Mm-hmm. Same thing. No, it's not. It's not the same thing. Like, if I wanted to do that, I need to,
Yeah, and the people that can do that, the people that can go from something like that well, I'm just saying, because there are people that can, fucking super intelligent people that can, if they can get a grasp on what the, okay, I want to be the CEO of this company, this oil and gas company. Well, how the fuck, what did you do before? Oh, well, I was the fucking CEO of this company. It has nothing to do with oil and gas, but sometimes the skill sets can, but it's still like, oh, you're still dealing with running something, just having to understand it.
Those people are good at math, though.
Well,
if you're good at math, you can do anything.
I mean, I would say, yeah, probably, yeah.
Hey, we're selling these planes for $1 million a piece. Oh, that's like 13.7 per seat per hour for. Yeah, it's a good deal.
Yeah,
because like, what the fuck? How did you know that?
Yeah,
I mean, it's right. I know it's right, but
how did you do that? Hold on.
Yeah,
I'm not that way. I have to rely on machines for me to compute.
Yeah, I can't do it at all. All right, so this next one kind of keeps going with the same trend here. It says, from the HuffingtonPost.com, children forced to, quote, deal with it and bundle up as classrooms lose heat. Up and down the East Coast, the incoming storm is making infrastructure problems worse. So this guy arrived when social studies teacher Jesse Schneiderman arrived at school after the holiday break on Tuesday. He found a dangerous environment waiting for his students. Dangerous. Mm-hmm. He said this high school in Baltimore was in shambles.
Shambles?
Makes me laugh because one of my buddies in the Navy broke his car window on accident, and he's sitting there and we're all drinking, and he stands up and he's like, my life is in shambles. Anyway, it said pipes that had just been turned back on had burst, leaving some rooms flooded. Heating vents weren't working. Entire rooms were destroyed and inaccessible. Plus, it was bitterly cold. Schneiderman told the Huffington Post the temperatures inside the school were in the 30s when he arrived and in the 40s by Wednesday. Photos on Twitter showed students across the city.
That's fucking cold if it really was.
Photos across the city, or students across the city suffering as a result. He said it felt like it was a disaster movie. You had a lot of kids who were wearing hats and coats and gloves in classes. So they're bitching about it, right? Saying that, you know, they need to do something. He says, we have many schools with leaky windows and outdated heating systems that have a hard time keeping up. With extreme temperatures, we've added challenge of freezing pipes and water main breaks. I mean, everyone's dealing with that. We're dealing with it here, right? Fucking part of life. Heating issues are plaguing schools. Let's see. The Robertson County Schools set a post that said, while we're trying to avoid disrupting regular school schedules that may be an inconvenience to some parents, staff, and students, the decision to close schools early is made when there's a clear indication that weather conditions can endanger the safety of children and staff. This one lady says, my kids wear 2 jackets to school during winter, she said. They should fix the heat or pay the doctor bill if they get sick. She wants to tell them that's like the big thing. Like, being cold doesn't make you sick.
Yeah.
So
why is that? Wait, go to that real quick. Why is that so?
Outside with that wet hair, you're gonna catch
cold.
I don't know.
No, you're just gonna be fucking cold. That's it.
I don't know.
I mean, I guess you could go outside with wet hair, and if you're just outside with just wet hair, you might get hypothermia. Maybe.
The guy told me if I poured ice cold water on my head when I was a laborer in the summertime, it was hot, it'd give you brain cancer.
No, but it'll fucking give you a shock to your body that it feels like bricks. I don't know about brain cancer.
Shouldn't do that. They give you brain cancer.
Oh, well.
So, my thing with this was when I was back in my day.
Back when you was a pup.
So, I went to a school, middle school, that was like built in the fucking, it was like made out of asbestos, basically. So, and you know what? Fucking heaters didn't work that great. Sometimes they didn't work. Air conditioning didn't work that great. Sometimes they didn't work. I wore a coat in class when it was cold. If the room was cold. If the room was cold, I wore a coat, right? It wasn't that big of a fucking deal. It wasn't a national news story. It wasn't, my parents sure as fuck weren't saying, like, if you get sick, you're paying for it.
Yeah,
like,
no.
Are we just raising a bunch of pussies anymore? Think about that. Like, it's unseasonably cold, and the school's heater can't keep up.
I'm in 2 minds about this. First, you'll probably know where I'm going, is that the fucking taxes are out of control.
Yeah, I agree.
And bonds are out of control, right? And still, yet, you might have these fucking shitty conditions, right? Like, okay, it's not normal for them to, it's not normal for North Carolina to be in, that cold, right?
Yeah.
I got it.
It's also not permanent.
Right, it isn't permanent. They'll get it fixed. Maybe 2 years from now. Whatever, it doesn't matter. So, but I'm in 2 minds, right? Like, I'm like, man, I want to get what I'm paying for, right? You fucking just thieving bastards, right? Yeah. But then on the same, but I'm not gonna. My kid's still not gonna go to school. You gotta fucking go to school. Hey, toughen up, dude. It's cold. Fucking, I understand. Wear your coat.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I agree. But taxes are out of control.
But yeah, we don't need to raise candy asses.
That's the thing, is like, if I was at home and the heater went out and I didn't have someplace to go, throw your coats on.
Fuck.
Kids, you're gonna, or you're gonna be cold.
That time the power went out, for 11 days didn't have power.
I cannot believe you took cold showers.
I took cold showers in my house. I stayed in that damn house because I was, number one, I had, my dog. And number 2, there was nobody else in that fucking building except one old man who drank gin all day, every day. And I was scared that guy was going to die. But dude, I don't know, man. That guy lived. I'm not joking you, man. That guy drank probably 1.5 gallons of gin every day.
He could put fuel in his own.
Right, yeah. It probably was warm the whole time. But stayed there that whole time. Hey, yeah, fuck. You just get in a sleeping bag, ice cold outside, get in a sleeping bag.
Just deal with it, right?
Yeah, read books. under a headlamp.
Here's the thing, though. It was like, you dealt with it. You knew it wasn't permanent.
Mm-hmm.
Better times are coming. I just don't get this like whole victim idea, like mentality. Like, oh, there's a storm coming and it's cold at school. Like, fucking toughen up, you little shits.
Yeah. So here's the deal. Like, let's say that. Okay, go ahead.
If I was teaching social studies, I'm like, you guys, it's 40 degrees in here. So you know what we're gonna do?
We're gonna do some cool shit today.
Yeah, we're not gonna sit here in seats and just listen to me talk. We're gonna act out fucking the Pilgrims giving Indians smallpox, or we're gonna play tag.
Yeah, we're gonna do history class. Just changed to gym class. We're gonna do some fun shit.
Yeah, so you'd be moving around, be hot, but just to sit there and be like, we have all the rich kids have better schools than this or whatever. I mean, that's what I'm getting from it is like we need more money, which well, who's gonna pay more? The taxes. Well, the government will pay for it. Yeah, but where's they going to get their money?
Right.
Taxes, bond, pass more bond. We need more shit.
The
air conditioners don't work.
Yeah, I got you.
Heaters. What were you going to say?
No, I forgot. All right. Oh no, perfect example. So I guess the reason that I was in two minds about it is that I'm like, look, I pay for like when electric goes out, like when the electric goes out, I get fucking pissed that the power doesn't come back on. Because I pay for this fucking service. I know there's natural causes for it. But I also know the more streetlights bullshit. But I know that there's no competition either. And the government regulates the amount that they can charge. So what gets cut? Well, you know what get cut. They can't cut fixed costs, so they got to cut their variable costs. And what is variable cost? Their labor force. So they cut their labor force. So whenever shit does go bad with a power outage, then you got less people to service it, and so you're like, oh well, that. So it makes me angry, right? I'm like, motherfuckers. If there was competition, I'd always have power. I'm just saying. In this case, it's different because it's a school and it's taxes. I don't know. Anyways, I don't know. But I still would just deal with it.
The thing I don't understand about electricity. My last house, my electrical was underground. In my house now, I live like half a mile from a power plant, and my power's underground, and the power still goes out.
Yeah.
Like, how the fuck is that?
Well, I mean, it's however it's ran in there. I'm sure that it blows a shotgun fuse somewhere or blows a fuse on something.
I don't know enough about power distribution grids, I guess, because there's a power plant, and then the big thing with all the stuff, the fence around it, right? And then there's the big transmission lines, and then I get the little ones coming off it.
Those are the thing with the fence around is called a substation. So
I like
substation.
When they open those magic wands and it does the.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, it doesn't. To me, it's like. The pipes underground with the stuff coming through it.
But you have yours is underground, right?
In our house,
So then it would be
it's right there. So
if it's right to the substation, which it's probably not. It's probably ran off another. They're not going to run it straight off of that. But you've got an underground line. Probably though that there's a fuse that's broke. That's busted because somebody overloaded it or something. Who knows? I do have a question. That's made me think about this. All right. Let's just say...
Power lines do disrupt radio transmissions.
Yes. No.
Okay.
Mine was more ethereal. All right. You get... All of a sudden, you get stuck back in time. Say 200 years.
Like Time Cop.
Yeah. What are you doing? Like, you know that you're going to be there for a while now. You're just fucking stuck there. There's no coming back.
200 years?
Yeah. You and your family are stuck in 200 years back in time.
When is that?
Let's see, maybe 250 years, we'll say, from now. 250 years from...
So what year is that?
That's
See,
long.
this is why I don't fucking move from...
Well, 200, so that'd be 1818,
like,
but then...
1990 right now, so...
So 50 years before 1818 would be what?
Fuck, I was hoping we were going to the 1700s. Well,
it is the 1700s. It's the mid to late 1700s.
You got plainswomen then? I got a thing about plainswomen.
Yeah. I mean, you could head... Yeah, but your family's with you.
I'm leaving my wife for a
plainswoman. Oh, all right. Fuck it, I'm out. You're just
I'm stuck here. I gotta.
Plainswoman. Giant
lady
bush.
Smells like shit. What's the last
well,
time you
she
took a
shit
bath?
herself.
Yeah.
That's Plainswoman for you. No. All right. Well,
what am I gonna do?
yeah, like, what's the? But you know what you know now.
I'm gonna do like fucking magic tricks, and I'll be like a traveling sideshow making money.
So,
Just be like, watch. Ooh, that's not a. That here comes the rain. I'll tell you when it's gonna rain for your crops or whatever. Like, how do you know this? Like, fuck, smart shit, man.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Give me my money.
Dude, I mean, don't you be like, fucking take Thomas Edison's place 100 years before Thomas Edison? Just be like, I know how to create electricity.
Oh yeah, but I don't.
Yeah, but you do.
How do you make electricity?
Fucking magnets and spinning stuff.
Okay, yeah, but where are you gonna go? Okay, you're in the 1750s. Where are you gonna buy your magnets? Hobby Lobby?
I'll just YouTube it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing people don't realize. They're like, man, those.
No, I don't need. I'll just go talk to somebody.
I need some magnets.
Yeah.
What the fuck you say, boy? What tarnate? Oh, I guess. Proper. What's a magnet, sir?
But fuck, take Benjamin Franklin's spot. Just fly a kite for a little bit with a key on there.
Can you do that?
Probably not.
I just want to know when I come back.
Something. You do something. Don't you take
someone else's glory?
Yeah, fuck. I'm gonna make a living and be. I don't want to be dying of like tuberculosis.
I'd invent the wheel.
Let's go.
Think about that though. So think about what you're saying, because this always like blows my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh,
Yeah, Tesla. I'd take Tesla's. I don't want to take Tesla's spot though. He seemed like a nice guy.
But the thing people don't realize, like I'd be the first guy. You know, say you go back further than that. Like I'd start the Bronze Age. You know, I'd be like, hey, Nick Brim started the Bronze Age. I don't know how to fucking start the Bronze Age right now. Where do you get bronze?
It's tin and copper, right?
Where do you get that? That's
From the ground.
Do you know where to find tin and copper? Right?
Oh, but I'm sure a blacksmith does, or a miner.
That's what.
And
that's what gets me about the past is just like that show I watched on those Japanese dudes.
What do you know how to do right now that could translate? That you could blow people's minds. That you could fucking it would subvert. You might complete. Dude, I would come up with the Age of Reason before the Age of Reason. I'd fuck people up. I'd be like, kings. And they'd kill me probably. I'd be dead.
So they already had the will. I know. That video I watched, those two Japanese guys build this fucking kiln, right? Or
okay.
Whatever they call it. Is it a kiln?
Is it for like clay and stuff?
No, for metalwork.
Forge.
Forge, yeah.
Uh-huh.
They build this forge out of mud. They're blowing air in it, right?
Oh, and they make a sword?
Yeah, but they make a sword from fucking soil.
Oh, they're getting the iron out of it.
And they put the dirt in it, and then it collects at the bottom. They pull the iron out, and then they take the iron and they start hammering it into pieces, and then they add carbon to it, and they put it in water. Like, there's not anyone alive today. Like, you know, you say that,
right.
like, oh, I'd make electricity because of magnets. Like, yeah, but where are you getting your magnets?
I don't know. I'm
not trying to bust your balls, but I'm saying.
Well, do something.
There's so many things that you can be like, well, I invent a TV.
I'd teach people how to use a magnifying glass to burn ants. Yeah. This is fun as shit, guys. And torturous.
Watch this. That's what it'd be. Like, what do you know? Well, everything I know is based on something else, so I don't really know much. You know what I mean?
It'd be fucking useless.
Yeah. I know. Here, want to hear a joke about the Pope?
Your wife would be... Dude. Your wife would be the superstar, for fuck's sake. She'd go back in time as the nurse doctor. I mean, she'd be like, fucking wash your hands.
Yeah.
Stop that. Why are you doing this?
Black plague is not being transmitted from person to person. It's from fleas from mice, for God's sakes.
But that could be, we could do that.
Yeah. Well, there's the thing. But we're in the wrong continent. I'm telling people how bad their wig looks. Trying to make sure that my painting of me has my hair right. So when they come back to present day, like, look at that, dude. You believe that? My hair looked out crazy?
I got to do something.
It's going to be hard without.
I always have this scenario, like, if I just, you send me back in time, I could fucking rule the world. I have this thing in my head. It's terrible. I could rule the world. You send me back in time. Send me back 400 years. Now 500 years, right? And I get to have my rifle and my pistol and full
4-wheel drive.
Yeah. Yeah, right? 4-wheel drive. No, or whatever. You could stop violence from that point. Not stop violence. You could change the world in my head. I always think like, go back. Just imagine with a gun of technology today, anybody, you go back and be like, all right, the first shot heard around the world ended the fucking war because you shot him from, 400 yards away. Well, they just magically died.
That's what you think about?
No, I just
think about if aliens were to come down and hunt humans.
Yeah.
I always wonder if
But that would be the same as a time traveler.
If they try to shoot me, like, am I a game animal? You know what I mean? Like when you're hunting, you're like, oh damn, look how big that buck is. Like,
yeah. So you want to be skinny?
Yeah. Or would you shoot a fat person? Like, oh, they're tender. They don't move much.
Ooh.
So it's always something I think about. That.
I mean, it's like a Kobe.
Yeah, they're like, it's almost like being slung up in a thing and just force fed.
Maybe that's what's happening.
Those are the things I think about.
But you don't ever watch like shows where so somebody goes back in time and they're just like, man, what the fuck, dude? You could be doing so much more, but you're so caught up in this.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Oh.
I'm more concerned about being able to shrink myself down and fly my model airplanes from the cockpit.
Yeah.
Because in my head, I could fly across the world, but I'd make it to the end of the block and run out of batteries and crash and die.
Oh, I could start a cult, like
Creative Concept says.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, you could do a lot, but I still think that a lot of stuff that we know now or try to do, like,
well, it's all based off of other things.
Yeah,
I got that. You'd have to have some form of usefulness.
I invent the gun. Like, how? With gunpowder. I don't know how to make gunpowder. Do you? No.
Mm-mm.
It's like fucking saltpeter and
sulfur,
ash and sulfur and something else, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where to harvest that.
Yeah, but that's we'd already be past that.
Be like, hey, well, yeah, but if you could go back before that, and be like, hey, Miao Yin, when China invented the gun,
maybe.
Or was that on DuckTales?
Might have been on DuckTales.
It was a blunderbuss, like a firework, handheld firework.
Was it Chinese duck?
I don't know. But
if that were the case, the orange duck would not exist.
I go for some fucking orange duck right now. I'm starving.
You watch that movie, The Christmas Story?
Yeah.
The best part of that movie is the end, when the dogs fucking tear the house up, and he's like, "Well, everybody get upstairs, get ready. We're going out for Christmas." And then they go to the restaurant and
everybody get dressed.
Yeah.
We're going out to eat.
Yeah, and that's it. And then they go out, the Chinese people.
Yeah.
That's it.
Can't do it nowadays.
No, but it's still played.
Yeah. It'll be edited before long.
Yeah. They'll actually be singing it properly.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Kids, they fa ra 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 ra.
Yeah. Not fa ra 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 ra. La 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 la. Sing something else. Jingle bells, jingle bells. That movie's good, man. I like the dad in that. I feel bad because he died. He died like a couple years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like the dad in that.
Bumpuses, sons of bitches. My wife always says that's my dad. Maybe that's why I like him.
I like that guy.
Yeah. All right, so this next one's on Huffington Post says, tweeters ridiculed Donald Trump for bragging about the size of his nuclear button. So apparently today Donald Trump tweeted, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un stated that the nuclear button on his desk is on his desk at all times. Will someone from his depleted and food-starved regime please inform him that I too have a nuclear button, but it's much bigger and more powerful one than his, and my button works.
What a dick. It's hilarious. My button works.
Fucking Twitter.
Yeah, it's so it was like
we
kindergartners.
Get Donald Trump on the podcast.
I mean, maybe we could. That's our ticket to stardom.
Imagine if
how do we call him out?
We got to tweet him somehow. I'm sure there's people tweeting him all over the place.
Yeah, but we got to have something good. We got to tweet him something good.
I don't know.
You got to piss him off.
Yeah. I say something about like, dude, come, like, do something about your hair, man.
Yeah, that's done. He's over that. I'm sure there's millions of people tweeting him about his hair.
I don't know. Did you see that video of that guy that went to the Hall of Presidents or whatever at Disney World, and when Donald Trump went to talk, he's like, just kept saying, "Lock him up, lock him up."
Really?
Until he got
No.
taken off by. I fucking texted to you guys as a transgender guy with like lipstick on or something.
I didn't see it.
It's pretty funny. People get so worked up about like who's in the seat.
Yeah.
Side of the big picture.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, I wonder if it's going to be less like that after this guy.
No. You think you can do a double?
Yeah, he'll get it again.
All right. So this next one kind of goes the same thing. Ex-Trump. This is from FoxNews.com. Ex-Trump campaign manager Manafort sues Mueller. Rosenstein claims Russia probe has gone too far. So everyone's like, I mean, all I've heard about is collusion, Russia, and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This is in
late this afternoon.
Said it, but in the past, they said it. I don't know how many times. Like
Mm-hmm.
nothing's gonna come of this. Nothing's gonna change. It's just like the Hillary Clinton, Benghazi scandal, the fucking Hillary Clinton Russia scandal, uranium probe, fucking Barack Obama birth certificate. Like it's a different level for these people, and it's just fucking like a dog and pony show to keep you. I guess.
Well, it's got to keep. You gotta. It's just like either side, right? So it's got to still galvanize the other team. You gotta hate somebody. It's like, here, you are the Pittsburgh Steelers, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's probably not a good one, but Pittsburgh Steelers are going to play the New England Patriots in the playoffs of football. Well, New England Patriots have a guy named Tom Brady, and everybody fucking hates Tom Brady.
It's because he uses balls without air in them.
Right. He likes soft balls. But everybody hates him, so they got to, and you have something to cheer against on the other team, right? Like, I think it goes to like a personal psychology. Nothing. It goes back. I guess it's like in 1984. Whenever you hate Goldstein or whatever his name is, I can't remember his name. Goldstein, right? You got your hate. You got your guy, so it galvanizes you together as a team, right?
Yeah.
You and your fans are all like, yeah, fuck yeah. But if not, then you're not organized, right? You don't have something to. You're just like wandering out there. Oh yeah, well, we got our issues that we stick to, but yeah, this guy's a dick. He's messing things up. But no, fuck, you gotta have your rally cry, right? That's all it is. It's simple to me. I think that's all it is. And it's the same thing goes the other way. Like when, the birthers or whatever, they had their rally cry, right? This fucking guy's not even a citizen.
Well, you know what kills me is everyone's like, they're just steps away from figuring out. When they figure it out, it's going to be, the end of the road for this guy.
No.
It's not.
No.
Hillary Clinton, she's going to be locked up. How many people told me, like, I can't believe she's still not in prison?
Yeah.
Like, I can. She's not going to be in prison.
No, she never was going to be in prison. There was never a chance that she was going to go to jail. It was all the same thing. It was all galvanization.
So my computer's saying on the side, where is the Christmas Story kid now?
Oh, man. Damn.
So this next story
from
FoxNews.com says, I don't know how to say this lady's name. Hada Kadbi? How do you say that?
Hodakad.
Hodakadab. Gets Matt Lauer's job, but only a fraction of his or Megyn Kelly's NBC paychecks. So Matt Lauer, whose rape button was bigger than anybody else's rape button on his desk, bigger than Kim Jong-un's, got fired or asked to leave or whatever. Guy fucking gets on my nerves just looking at him. Fucking pisses me off. Smug.
Woman in the middle gets on my nerves already.
Well, that's Hadba Kadbi.
Oh, and the one on the right, but she's good looking.
I like Megyn Kelly looks hot from a, I don't know, from a distance.
She's got a little bit of like a.
That's a bad picture of her.
Yeah, she's got a little bit of like an elf face.
So, let's get ready for this. From Fox News says I don't know how to say this lady's name. We're just gonna go with Hada. Hada will make roughly $18 million per year less than disgraced male predecessor Matt Lauer, and about $13 million less than fellow Today anchor Megyn Kelly, despite doing significantly more work than both, according to the New York Post, raising the ire of some viewers. So there's one thing here right off the bat.
Wait, she's doing more work than both of them?
Yeah, right off the bat. Do you know who Matt Lauer is?
Yes.
Do you know who Megyn Kelly is?
Yes.
Do you know who Hoda Kotb is?
No.
Okay, so there might be a reason there.
Right.
That she's not being paid as much. Kotb will earn $7 million per year, according to the Post, while Lauer reportedly made $25 million, and Kelly makes around $20 million.
You made an excellent point already.
Okay, the pervy Lauer, who was fired last year for sexual misconduct, was typically out the door when his show wrapped up at 9 a.m., and he only worked 4 days a week most of the time. You imagine working
and making $25 million?
Yeah, a year. Not only will she replace Lauer from 7 to 9, but she will also continue to co-host the 10 a.m. hour with Kathy Lee Gifford. Kotb's day will now end at 11, meaning she's literally working twice as much as Lauer did for significantly less cash. So that sounds bad, right?
How the fuck do you...
You can look at it like this. This is the way I see it. No one knows who this lady is. I don't. You don't.
No.
I didn't mean everybody. So that could be why she's being paid less. I'm sure everyone's trying to say it's something to do with her skin color.
I think it's because she's brown.
Her gender, right? But
And
you
her
could
name.
also say, lady, you're making $7 million a year to work until 11 o'clock in the morning for 5 days a week. Like, if that's not good enough,
listen.
If that's not good enough, quit. Go find another job.
This is exactly it. Okay, let's go back to the same thing. Let's say Hoda Kotb is the new shit, right? Mm-hmm. Guess what? In 2 years' time, she'll be getting paid more. Yeah. But right now, she's not shit. Why do you? What the fuck, dude?
Well, it says while Kotb, I guess she said she's happy to do the job. This isn't coming from her, but it says while she appears to have happy to have the spotlight that comes with co-hosting the flagship program, it's safe to ponder if she will eventually get jealous of Megyn Kelly, who hosts the fledgling 9 a.m. hour wedged in between her two gigs. I don't know. Meanwhile, over at ABC, Robin Roberts and George.
Oh, wait a minute.
$15 to $18 million each.
Wait a minute. So now
Kelly Ripa makes $20 million to host the 1 hour live show.
Hold on though, Megyn Kelly. So how much does Megyn Kelly make? 20 million. And now she's working how many more hours? She's working 2 extra hours than Hoda Kotb.
No, she works less.
No, it says that she's going to eventually get jealous, Kelly, who hosts the fledgling 9 a.m. hour in between Kotb. Oh, Kotb's 2 gigs. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So she only works 1 hour.
So Britt McHenry says not only should Hoda Kotb and Savannah Guthrie make salaries comparable to Matt Lauer, they should be commended for steering the program embroiled in controversy back on the right track.
For fuck's sake, Britt. I guess that's how it works. So I guess whenever you start a new job,
it's like we're talking about earlier.
I need the CEO's pay.
I'm here. I should be making what the person that made it. Well, who was it? Oh, it was fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger. Well, I should be making what he made. Well, everyone knows who that is. No one knows who the fuck you are.
Yeah.
All right. Let's lighten it up a bit.
Matt Lauer, dude, that guy.
It's making me angry just looking at him.
Yeah.
You know he'd be a dick.
He made me angry
before.
Yeah, like I couldn't stand that bitch.
Chris Matthews gets on my nerves, and that other one that.
Chris Matthews is the guy that's real like.
Blonde-haired.
Yeah, he's a real he's just a real dick.
I don't like any of them. I don't know who the guy is with the brown rimmed glasses on. Is it MSNBC? Morning Joe or something?
Joe Scarborough.
Yeah, can't fucking stand him either.
The
other one I can't stand is the one that hosted the Olympics with fucking doo-doo pink eyes, both eyes, and finally he's like, can't see shit, eyes are all fucked up.
Oh, Bob Costas?
Yeah.
I don't like, there's one guy that's on that Fox show that fucking pisses me off too.
Is it?
Shit. I don't know their names though. Like I'll be like the way they talk to each other.
I can't stand
like
Bill
it's
O'Reilly.
snippy. Yeah, he's just a prick.
Yeah.
But the other ones are real snippy to each other. I don't know. I don't watch that shit. Oh.
What was the guy's name? The goofy guy on Fox News.
Was he?
Stand him either. Kind of goofy. He was Megyn Kelly's like sidekick for a while, or him and.
Oh yeah, I don't know that guy's name.
All right.
Or was there two of them on there?
But that guy, he was just goofy. He didn't get on my nerves like.
No,
Matt
yeah,
Lauer.
no.
Matt Lauer reminds me of a guy that would just be an asshole. You're like, dude, I don't know who the fuck you think you're talking to.
Uh-huh.
You know. But
yeah.
I'm Matt Lauer.
But I think you know what?
Fucking deal.
You know what I think? I think those guys know exactly what they're like. The people that put those people in that position, I think they know what they're marketing to. Just think about the people that watch that shit. So think about it. Like if you think, I know what you're talking about. Like the guys on that morning show, Brian Kilmeade, and the other people, the other guy.
I don't
know the other guy, but they're trying to market to. Well, think about who does Fox News try to market to?
Conservative, like right.
Yeah, but generally not people that are. You're gonna try to get the. You're not after the house mom. You might be after like the church person, right? You're after the churchy people, right? Don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, you're really after that churchy person, right? And Al
Roker pooped his pants.
He did?
That's what comments on it. Go ahead. Yeah. So yeah, religious housewife.
Right. But then you're on the other side. You're after the people that are going to be self-righteous. You're trying to empower them to be like the complete opposite of what Matt Lauer was doing, right? Mm-hmm. But they want him to act like that with that air of arrogance. And so people that watch it are like, yeah, I'm better than you. I know more about global warming than you. I know this and this and this and this, and these are all my talking points.
I watch TV.
Because I watch Matt Lauer, right, or whatever. And that's their... I think there is something to that. Like they know who they're trying to market to with each one of these guys, right? Like, so O'Reilly's going to market to the prick,
yeah,
right? And then Glenn Beck markets to people that more churchy people that are real, softies, right? But still got to be about their their conservative values, or he was like that, right? I don't know. I think they get their guys. They know what they're doing. All right, next one.
So this next story is Fox News. Fitness and well-being. New York gym offering naked workout classes just in time for those fitness resolutions. So
what?
So people, they do this, right?
Just be a whole lot of fucking.
This isn't about sex. Don't just make this about sex. Why do you need to work out naked? I can pan down. Mine's locked up. Yeah, I've made it almost through this entire show without frying my computer. Oh, it's fried.
Well, okay, where do I need to go?
Hold on. I'm getting there. So, you know what I mean? Like, they set up this nude workout times. So, and there's man times.
Really out there, imagine nude workout time. What am I? I'm doing like aerobics. Just dick, just
flopping around. So, so they have a man's time, they have a women's time, and then they have a co-ed time. And you think, you're like, oh fuck, I'd go to that. But all it's gonna be is a bunch of guys showing up, right? For one. So it says, for many, New Year's means fitness goals. A swarm of people head to the gym to get in shape. But if a regular workout doesn't sound exciting enough to motivate you to hit the weights, New York City Gym is offering something a little more unique: the opportunity to get fit in the nude. So anyone getting buff in the buff, Hanson Fitness will be offering naked fitness sessions beginning January 5th.
Fuck's sake.
Exercising in the nude provides a number of benefits. It's not about sex. Not about sex, including skin breathing.
What?
I don't know how many times I've been in the gym. Like, God dang, I could be getting a lot better workout. My skin could just breathe better.
Skin breathing?
Yeah. The release of endorphins due to vitamin D from sunlight and complete body awareness, so you can see if you're cheating on your exercise routines. God, I can't tell what's going on with these clothes on.
Hold on. I need to see my dick and balls so I can...
Yeah. Well, I really got these curls down. Classes will take place 3 times a week. One for
Skin
women.
breathing. Is that like whenever your nutsack does that
It's just
weird thing and then it...
undulates?
Yeah. Is that what that's called?
I don't know. I got that word from Pantera video.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where it does the... has its own... And then it does...
Undulating.
It's undulating.
Class will take place 3 times a week with one for men, one for women, and one for co-ed. Private sessions geared towards couples will also be available. The class is designed to be a total body workout that uses your body weight as resistance to work the glute, butt, legs, and core, making you look and feel good naked.
Margarita said namaste, so the boobs are hurting just thinking about it.
No, I just don't. I mean, just say you want to see other people naked. I mean, I would want to see other people naked.
Yeah.
Women, but
Okay, so what I think would happen here is that you're going to see a whole
bunch of dudes.
Yeah, a whole bunch of dudes, and possibly a whole bunch of gay guys, right?
Yeah,
because
a number of homosexuals at this thing.
And not because they would be going to see straight guys, but they would be like, hey, it's cool, let's go work out nude. And then, you know.
Holy shit. I clicked on the side. It says, French fitness model dies in freak whipped cream accident. A French fitness model died in a freak accident with a whipped cream dispenser. She was killed when a defective whipped cream dispenser exploded and struck her in the chest.
What?
She was 33. Damn.
That's a bad way to go, man. Are you that serious?
Imagine that. How'd they die? Fucking whipped cream dispenser.
All right, some quick headlines this morning. A French fitness blogger dies from a heart attack after a defective whipped cream dispenser explodes. It struck.
I don't want to watch that.
Okay, continuing the nude trend here. Paris opens its first nude restaurant. So, yeah.
Yeesh.
Yeah. Paris opens first nude restaurant for all natural diners. This is FoxNews.com. Paris has finally opened a restaurant.
No fucking way I'm sitting down on one of those chairs.
Yeah. Paris has finally opened a restaurant for diners who prefer to consume their food in the nude. Unlike the rest of us who prefer to do the same thing in the privacy of our own homes. Au Naturel, the city's first nudist restaurant, opened on November 2nd.
Oh, and the seats they're velvety.
Yeah.
How the fuck do they keep
so
those?
The first picture they got on their Facebook page is 2 men sitting next to each other naked, getting ready to
Oh,
dine.
it is 2 men. Guests
at the 40-seat eatery will reportedly be instructed to disrobe in a coat check room before being brought to their tables. There they'll dine on fine French fare, including duck foie gras. How do you say that? Duck foie gras. And escargot. The waiters and kitchen staff, meanwhile, will reportedly keep their clothes on for hygienic reasons. You know, it'd be good. You're like mixing salad and get someone's fucking ball hair in it. You know what?
I guess you'd make if they weren't dressed, I'd make them shave completely.
I would first off, I'd have like
You guys have body nets.
You guys have a towel I could sit on? Because I don't want to sit on that fucking, just like you're saying, it's the first thing I thought, like that velvet chair that's been soaking up someone's ass sweat while they're eating naked. I like not wearing clothes. Like,
yes.
I
got my own.
I could go to, I think, a nudist club and be completely fine.
Yes.
Right? But people are lying to themselves when you're trying to put it into like every day-to-day things and not say it's because you want to see other people naked.
Yeah, like that's, I can't think of it any other.
I've never been to a restaurant and I'm sitting there like, God, this would be a lot better if I didn't have any clothes on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, God, this fucking workout's been really restrained by the
clothes.
tiny shorts I've got on and a fucking t-shirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's got to be all that. I don't want to get gross, but whenever you are sitting on that stuff, like,
yeah, butthole touch. I'm a fucking dog. He'd sit out on. You're like, God, bro, get your butthole off my, my carpet.
His is probably pretty clean comparative to some people.
The people that you're gonna see.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The people that are gonna go there, they ain't gonna be. I bet at this place, I bet they can turn people away.
You think?
Fuck yeah. I would turn people away. If I owned this, that sounds mean, right? But I'd be like, look, no.
We've got no one here tonight.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Nobody's in here.
That's all I've got for the night.
What the are you reading these comments?
on the YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
No, I would.
What happened? Somebody dropped escargot in this chair. Slug tracks.
I can't imagine. Like, I'd have to have that. All I thought of when I first read this was that time I was at that gym and was gonna sit on the bench to put my shoes on, and I turned around and there's a Hershey Kiss in the middle of that bench. Someone sat down and left a fucking ball of shit on the bench and walked away from it. You know what I mean?
Dude.
Like, you did that. Clean that up.
I get mad as shit at work. I don't know. So say you got to take a dump, right? You're headed to the shitter, right? Mm-hmm. Go in there, kick open the door, fucking toilet, like somebody just shit all over the rim.
Yeah.
You go into the next one, same thing. Go to the next one.
What I understand is someone walked away from that. You know what I mean?
That's what I don't get. Like, well, I fucking just shit all over this.
Mm-hmm. I'm out of here.
I'm out. Like, number one, where are you?
Mm-hmm.
Who? Because you obviously are a filthy person. Like, would you go home and just fucking throw your underwear in the garbage? Throw your pants out, burn them?
Somebody dropped the escargot in the chair. But yeah, dude, I mean, I've thought the same thing, like walking in, like, come on, man. Like,
it makes me angry.
We're adults. I remember one of our friends told us a story about a guy. I guess they all shared an office bathroom, but the owner of the place walked a guy back in there and made him clean the toilet after he used it. He should have, right? Like,
yeah.
And he was telling us, he was like, "Can you believe that?" Like, I mean, it'd be embarrassing, but like, dude, be your age, right? It's the same thing. Have some personal responsibility. Like, oh damn. Put the hurt on that. Let me clean it up for the next person. You know what I mean?
Not just walk away from it.
Yeah.
Bunch of dicks. It makes me mad.
Bathhouses and saunas, yeah, it's a horrible sight. It's just like the Dingus Cappuccino at Tulsa Athletic Club.
Tack.
Mm-hmm.
Just the fucking whales laying by there too. Hairy ass sea lions. And laying by the hot tub.
Mm-hmm.
Just big fucking fat.
Well, that's what's going to be.
Huge stomach, covered in fur, laying by the side of the hot tub, buck naked.
On display.
Balls all sprawled.
That's what you're going to have at the nude gym and the nude French food place.
What?
It's not going to be the
Wait, was he like the bull elephant seal trying to like, I'm here?
Yeah. Not going to have the French model that got killed by whipped cream in there.
No.
You know I mean, it's not going to be that.
No.
Well, anyway, we're glad to be back for the new year. So make sure, if you're a new listener, to keep downloading our shows. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you got any show ideas, make sure and email them to us at spearheadx@yahoo.com. Blank for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Like and share the Facebook page, and that's really all I got.
I don't have anything.
All right. We'll see you next week. We're back on schedule. Holidays are over. Well, yeah, holidays are over.
Yeah.
Should be every week now on the hour.
All right.
See you later.
Adios, muchachos. All right, hold on. Let me shut off this. Remember.
Ding the bell.
Ding the bell. Give us a thumbs up.
There's absolutely 0 right now.
Huh? We don't have any thumbs ups. How is that possible? Bye, guys. I'm stopping. Ready?
Mm-hmm.